government is reviewing Adani Group's financial statements and business practices after chaos in Parliament. A Reuters report quoting sources showed the preliminary investigation began on Thursday, a day after the group called off its $2.5 billion share sale deal. Regulatory scrutiny of the group's businesses is not new, but this will be the first by the federal government. The government has the legal power to look into financial statements and dealings of any corporation under Section 206, which is what India's Corporate Affairs Ministry is using to seek more documents from the business empire for its investigation. That news comes after both houses of India's parliament were adjourned on Friday amid chaotic scenes, as opposition lawmakers demanded an investigation into Adani's shares meltdown, which they fear may cause financial trouble for the country. That despite the Indian Central Bank assuring investors after reviewing documents that there was no risk of contagion to Indian banks and that the exposure risk is limited. India's securities regulator, SEBI, has been investigating business dealings in the group for over a year after media reports raised malpractice questions. Besides the broader scrutiny of the group, the SEBI is also looking into the market hammering in Adani company's shares and for any flaws in the secondary share sale. Adani's flagship firm also cancels a $122 billion first ever public bond issue plan, according to a Bloomberg report. The magnitude of the plunge in Adani Group firms' stocks is rivaled by only a handful of incidents in global history and almost unheard of for an Indian business empire. Billionaires from Hong Kong to the US have exposure to Adani. So the damaging fallout of Adani's shares rout of over $100 billion since a scathing report by US research firm Hindenburg is spreading far, wide and beyond the country's borders. Malaysia's richest man, a powerful shipping giant, and the two of the world's wealthiest families are just a few of the high-profile names caught up in the unraveling of billionaire Gautam Adani. From Virginia to Marseille to the Middle East, investors and partners of various Adani businesses are suddenly exposed to the most dramatic sell-off in India's corporate history. The crash in Adani's asset is hurting them as well. These global partnerships and investments were formed over the past few years when the Indian empire rose at a breakneck speed. The market value of Adani Enterprises Limited, the group's flagship firm, surged over 1,600% to its peak last year. A similar rapid rise in other listed companies skyrocketed Gautam Adani to become the richest Asian and to the second spot on the global wealthiest list for a brief period last year.